Welcome to the first community meeting for the Avon Hill St and Hillside Ave Reconstruction project. This project is part of ongoing improvements which the city makes to streets, sidewalks, and utilities as part of our rolling 5-year Complete Streets program. This project is partially funded through the state Chapter 90 program and will be part of a larger construction contract that includes several other streets in Cambridge. What is the purpose of this video? To provide an overall background on how design decisions will be made by introducing the policies that guide them. A streetscape design will not be presented in this video. That will come through resident participation at a series of on-site community meetings. The 5-year plan is a comprehensive plan for designing streets that safely accommodates all users, pedestrians, cyclists, motorists, and public transportation users of all ages and abilities. The plan is developed with many priorities in mind: existing street and sidewalk conditions, proximity to things such as, but not limited to, parks, major squares, senior centers, and schools. This slide depicts the most recent map of planned construction under the 5-year plan. To view the 5-year plan, visit cambridgema.gov/5-year plan. The City Council adopted a Complete Streets policy in 2016. Complete Streets is an approach to planning, designing, building, operating, and maintaining streets that enables safe access for all users who need them. Vision Zero is another important policy adopted by the City Council in 2016. Vision Zero recognized people make mistakes, so policy and design should ensure those mistakes do not result in fatalities. As part of this effort, the City of Cambridge has reduced speeds on most streets to 20 miles per hour. To view the Vision Zero policy, visit cambridgema.gov/Vision Zero. The elements shown on this slide are utilized by engineers, designers, and planners to achieve the goals of the policies adopted by the City Council. The Cambridge Growth Policy and Vehicle Trip Reduction Ordinance places an emphasis on sustainable modes of transportation to promote livability, improve air quality, and reduce gas emissions. Bus stop design must follow MBTA standards to ensure access to the bus by people of all abilities. The Cycling Safety Ordinance, or CSO, is intended to provide bicyclists of all ages a comfortable space to ride. Separated bike lanes have buffer space and physical barriers between the bike lane and parked and moving cars. Bike use is growing rapidly in Cambridge, and we are adapting our streets so that cyclists are as welcome as motor vehicles. To view the Cycling Safety Ordinance, visit cambridgema.gov/Cycling Safety Ordinance. The CSO directive, guided by the vision of the city's bicycle plan, informs roadway infrastructure projects in Cambridge. We strive to make the streets safe and comfortable for people of all ages and abilities. All these policies and plans provide a basis for our design process in a general sense. We then work with residents on detailed design options for specific projects, as each project is very different in terms of their opportunities and constraints. We take all this information, in addition to input from the community, and develop a scope of work for improvements. How do all these plans and policies translate to specific street and sidewalk designs? Starting with accessibility. Why is accessibility important? Number one, it's the law. Both federal and state regulations cover the construction of sidewalks and require newly constructed sidewalks to be accessible. And number two, and more importantly, it's the right thing to do. We want our sidewalks to be as inviting and usable as they can be for people of all ages and abilities. People using wheelchairs, walkers, or pushing strollers. As sidewalks are being redesigned, the team needs to identify and address existing deficiencies in the layout. Federal ADA regulations require that at existing pinch points, such as at street trees, hydrants, utility poles, the city is required to provide 36-inch minimum compliant sidewalk clearance between these fixtures and the back of sidewalk. In locations where achieving this minimum clearance is not attainable, the city may be required to construct a new 48-inch compliant sidewalk around this obstruction. This is achieved by constructing a bump out around the obstruction and into the roadway. Curb extensions have many benefits, including reducing the crossing distance, improved accessibility, preventing vehicles from parking within 20 feet of the intersection, all of which improve the visibility of both pedestrians and drivers. The Cambridge Climate Plan and recently completed Urban Forest Master Plan documents Cambridge's commitment to maintaining a healthy environment in the face of a changing climate. These plans include specific steps we can take to slow down climate change by lowering greenhouse gas emissions and helping us reduce impacts of climate change by, for example, providing increased tree canopy to reduce impacts of increasing heat waves. Green infrastructure, or GI, is part of Cambridge's efforts to improve the quality of stormwater before it is discharged from the local drain system into the Charles River or Alewife Brook. GI refers to a variety of techniques which use natural processes, such as specifically selected plants and soils, to promote infiltration of stormwater into the ground, or to remove pollutants such as phosphorus from stormwater. The city has successfully implemented GI on a variety of roadway projects, ranging from major corridors like Western Avenue to residential side streets in West Cambridge. We are committed to incorporating these types of environmental improvements into smaller projects as conditions and space allow. We are starting a community process to gather ideas, information, and feedback. Please take this brief survey to tell us about your experience on Avon Hill Street and Hillside Ave. We will consider all feedback, not just survey responses. The survey link for Avon Hill Street is www.surveymonkey.com/r/Avon Hill Street. The survey link for Hillside Ave is www.surveymonkey.com/r/Hillside Ave. This concludes our presentation. If you have any questions regarding the project, please contact the following. For project-related information, contact Melissa Miguel, Supervising Engineer, at 617-349-9351 or email mmiguel@cambridgema.gov. For traffic calming information, contact Juan Avendano, Traffic Calming Program Manager, at 617-349-4655 or email javendano@cambridgema.gov. For community relations information, contact Linda Spencer, Project Administrator, at 617-349-9734 or email lspencer@cambridgema.gov. To sign up to receive future updates and notices about the project, visit the project page at www.cambridgema.gov/departments/public works/2024/Avon Hill Street and Hillside Ave. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you at our community meeting.